Hello, this is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, the one, the only, the guy from Pittsburgh, except no cheesy imposters, commentators, trolls, people who say they have my back, people who come up with a handle, your friend. The only time they're my friend is when they stand behind me and stab me in the back. Now hold on, I gotta shut this off. Now I'm hiding the chat because I don't want to be interrupted. Now, I've been hounded by this one troll, my friend. I don't have friends like him. Constant insults, constant saying I'm a liar. Every medical issue, I lie about it. I make it up. Well, you know what? UCSF, University of California, San Francisco, has my chart. Every doctor's visit at UC is detailed in there. And when I go to the doctor on her computer, every visit I've ever had at UC, whether it's orthopedic surgeons, respiratory therapy, urology, the allergy clinic, which I've been waiting for 3 years for shots, ear, nose, and throat clinic. My doctor takes a tube up both noses to clear my nose, my constant sinus infections, or whatever. It's all in there. And when I go to the emergency room in John Muir and Walnut Creek or Concord, where Kathy has taken me in a car, and Patty has taken me several times in a car, when I've been, and ambulances have taken me, all those visits and all what the doctor did are transferred over to UCSF to my doctor. They're on the computer. So when I say I got a morphine shot because of my kidney stones, I was taken by the ambulance twice. I thought it was my back, screaming in agony. I don't lie about what I do. I don't lie about my pain. I wish I could lie about my pain because maybe it would go away. You trolls need to shut the hell up. You're so full of BS, you got more BS than a 50-pound sack of steer manure at Home Depot. Now, the bus accident happened. County Connection told me on the phone they watched the video. They saw me face down on my knees, screaming in pain. And that did trauma to both kneecaps and probably my body. And I was screaming for months. And this troll said, I don't believe you're screaming. The accident never happened. You never got injured. You have no claim. He's full of crap, like every other troll out there. State law says they have a duty to deliver the passengers safely to their destination. This driver was negligent. He slammed on the brakes, and I went flying upward and onto the seat from my seat where I was sitting peacefully a moment before. And he drove for 8 blocks. And this troll says, I don't believe he drove for 8. How do you know 8 blocks? I used to live on that street. And the bus goes from Concord Bar to Martinez. I take it all the time. That's how the hell I know, you moron. So, and I used to live in Detroit Avenue. I know the whole area. We go to Costco all the time. We go to Food Max right down the street. We used to go to Safeway when it was there. They closed it and built a new Safeway on Contra Costa Boulevard. So any idiot who thinks I don't know how far 8 blocks is, I was sure as hell wasn't counting when I was lying down. But I went with the bus and counted it. Cowell Road, Monument Boulevard is exactly where it happened. You can look it on Google Maps. You don't believe me. There's a BART elevated track right across the street. There's a Mexican restaurant. Used to be an excellent Mexican restaurant. Across Mexican market, across there, and a 7-Eleven. Well, the Mexican restaurant is gone. It's now an Afghan restaurant. I've never eaten there. But I've gone down that street with Kathy hundreds of times to go to wherever we're going. That's the main way to get to Contra Costa Boulevard and further in the East Bay, to Livermore, Pleasanton, San Ramon, where Patty lives, you name it. Now, I'm going to read something. He says, I don't believe there's a doctor's letter. Well, there's a doctor's letter. You can put that in the bank. And let me see if this is it. Okay. UCSF, General Medicine. I'm not going to give the details of the address. Patient. This is dated July 21st, 2022. I can't read the small print in my thing I dragged to the desktop because I can't see very well. All right, Anthony G. Senda, date of birth 4/28/52, date of visit, I can't read that. It's this year. I just can't read the letters because I can't see my screen. Whom it may concern, and I'm not going to name my doctor's name. I don't want her hounded. I am the primary care physician for the above named patient. He has asked me to write the letter in detail to detail the extent of his bilateral knee pain. Note the word knee pain. Please see the information below. Mr. Senda has severe bilateral knee pain for many years. X-rays as far back as 2014, the year my mother died. The year I got the iPad that won't work with cellular, that I gotta get fixed. Show progressive degenerative joint disease, which are consistent with his long-standing pain. This pain is significant and limits many of his activities. Hello, that means I can't walk without pain. I can't stand, sit, even lie down. Doesn't mean it's all the time, but I never know when it's going to happen. That's why I have to push a shopping cart from Safeway. That's why to come home with litter. I can't carry 80 pounds of litter in my arms. I get injured arms. And that's why I push a shopping cart to go feed the cats. He has difficulty walking short distances and even standing for short periods of time because causes significant discomfort. He experienced a fall in late 2020 when the bus he was riding on came to a sudden stop. It happened. X-rays at the time did not show a fracture, but a follow-up knee MRI in 2020 does show extensive degeneration, joint disease, and an L-knee I cannot read that. I'll have to read it when I give you what this is called. Subchondral insufficiency fracture. I have a left fractured knee to go along with the right fractured knee they never fixed from 2014 or whatever it was. When I fell on the escalator bark because it ate my shoe, and I went flying and landed on the platform face down, screaming in pain. Got up, went to my doctor's. It was a $200 visit fee. If I missed the doctor's visit, I should have gone to the hospital. I went to my doctor and said, my knee is killing me. What do I do? She had me go get x-rays. She said, your knee's fractured. They never fixed it. And that's how I got fat. I was 260 before I fell. I would walk everywhere. And I went to 345 and eventually to 375 because I was on crutches for a year and I couldn't walk. Couldn't walk without pain, and I gained a lot of weight. Now, and I had an orthopedic surgeon at UC said, we can go in there when you lose some weight. It's been very hard to lose weight for me. You have cartilage chips floating under the kneecap, and I've detailed this before, and we'll remove those. That's why your knee is swollen bigger than the other knee. That's why you have stabbing pains and screaming pains. Because they're banging on your kneecap 20 bars a day, every time you move. And the knee produces fluid to try to stop the pain. Now, overall, Mr. Senda suffers significant disability. That's why I get SSI in part from his chronic bilateral knee pain and is quite limited in the daily activities because of it. Please let me know if there are any other further questions. And it's signed by my doctor. So there's a letter, Mr. Troll, that you don't believe exists. And it will be submitted to the court next week. You can stick the letter and put it somewhere. Now, let's read the other thing. If I can find it. Got a lot of stuff in my computer here. All right, this is a description of what the bilateral...
Here's something I found.
Computers, stop! Subchondral insufficiency fracture of the knee, a non-traumatic injury with prolonged recovery time. Now, this is a case of they refer to this on the internet as a non-traumatic injury, but I will read you one section. It says trauma. And what I had on the bus was a traumatic injury. This is by a number of doctors. This is in a site called PMC. Subchondral insufficiency fractures are non-traumatic fractures that occur immediately below the cartilage of a joint, although, and now I cannot, low bone density may be present concurrently. It is not the underlying cause of subchondral insufficiency fractures in the majority of patients. Patients with subchondral insufficiency fracture characteristically have unremarkable pain radiographs, and it does say in here, subchondral insufficiency fractures are slowly healing fractures of the bone situated immediately below the cartilage of a joint. The prognosis may range from full recovery to rapidly escalating joint destruction. And then they say in here that it can be caused by trauma. Oh, here we go. I really got to stare at this. We present this case. Wait, where is the trauma word? Wait, I've got it when I print it out on Monday. Oh, here it is. These fractures are typically precipitated by athletes, overuse injuries, or trauma, including surgical interventions to the knee, and they may occur on the non-weight-bearing surface of the femur. So, I had trauma. I wasn't an athlete. I wasn't overusing it. I was sitting still on a bus. The guy slammed their brakes, and I went like that, like Superman. So, the medical documentation is there. The video will be in court. They will see me being propelled off the seat and onto the folded handicap seat. So every troll out there denies that I've been injured, denies that I have a medical history of injuries and illnesses. They need to shut up and keep their goddamn opinions to themselves. All right, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Hot today, hot in Boston. Hello, Tim. Hello, Bellamy the cat, all my cat friends. And all my supporters who don't think I'm always lying about stuff. They know I'm telling the truth. Bye-bye for now.